You're welcome. Let's discuss ethical influence and persuasion in business. As a business owner, as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, your duty is to sell your products, sell your services, convince prospective potential buyers on the need to buy and use your product. This process involves marketing to persuade the potential clients, persuade the prospective buyer on the need to use your product. And the persuasion can take various shades. What is important here is you being ethical, being moralistic, being truthful, without any intention to deceive, without any intention to manipulate. Marketers oftentimes manipulate their customers, particularly those who are naive or ignorant about the product, either the use of it or the pricing. They will find a way. Those that are profit driven and vigorous about it will try to manipulate the ignorance of potential buyers. Advertisement has a way of most times promising what the product cannot solve. They kind of try to work on the emotion of the potential buyer, and he will be moved by emotions to purchase the product. That is ethical manipulation. But persuasion in this case are ethical, moralistic. You are selling your idea, you are persuading your prospective buyer. It could be employees, it could be your partners, whoever that you're dealing with in this case. Your intention is not to deceive, your intention is not to manipulate that person, your intention is not to take advantage of that person, but to build trust. You want to build trust in the relationship. The process of buying requires you being honest. You have your integrity at stake as you want to stand for the truth in persuading that person to align with you, to agree with you, to work with you, to transact business with you, to relate with you in whatever form that you want to go. So it has so much advantages in business, and it is good if you understand it, that you don't need to be manipulative to sell. You don't need to tell lies to sell. You don't need to claim what your product, the services or effect your product cannot serve. You don't need to claim it in a bid to persuade the person to engage your services or buy from you. So your aim is primarily to create value. You want to create value for the end user of your product. You want to create value for the partner you have in that business. You don't intend to manipulate him. You don't intend to make profit at somebody's expense, but to give them value for money. So when you adopt this attitude, you are inspiring trust. You are giving that person option to choose, and possibly choose to do business with you, choose to buy your product based on the perceived value and the actual value of the product or the services that you are trying to sell to that person. So the principles that guide this is that you have to be transparent. Your intention must not be hidden. You don't need to have hidden agenda. You don't intend to sell at a price, and at the same time there are hidden charges along the line that you have not disclosed to him until he has begun the process and possibly has part with the money in the transaction process. That's not what we're talking about. You are being respectful. You are respecting that person's rights to choose based on the clarity of the information that you are giving, based on the awareness that you have created, that is honest, that is not dishonest by any means. And you are not exaggerating. You are not exaggerating for you to convince him, for him to believe what is not. You are not trying to hide your real intention, which is to manipulate and swindle him. You are not trying to make false promises that the product cannot fulfill at the end of the day. You are letting him see that you are trying to create a win-win situation, that the benefits that you are offering is for him and also for you. You are fair in your narrative, in the persuasive process that you are adopting. So influencing customers effectively requires you understanding most of these essentials, such as honesty, such as moralistic. Some companies and organizations are not driven by morals. They can sell products to you knowing that the end result of that product, even though it will satisfy an immediate need, but the end result of it may be sickness for you, and they will not explain these things to you. If you are consuming sugar, water that have some additives, they will not tell you. If you are consuming drugs and medicine that has side effects, they may not want to disclose most of those side effects ahead. The pharmaceutical industries are full of accusations on drugs, medicines that they dispense that has side effects that they are not disclosing to clients, just for profits. And the same thing goes when you are advertising a cigarette. You are making it attractive to the youths that when they smoke, they feel important. You make them assume that they are important. You're advertising a particular shoe, a particular sneakers, or particular clothes. You create the impression that the person will be a celebrity or make him assume that he's a celebrity. The intention in ethical influence in marketing, ethical influence in persuasion, is not to manipulate the individual. That's the key message here. Your intention is to be fair, is to be transparent, is to respect his choice. You are giving him information, you are giving him awareness to guide his choice to choose what he wants as the best for him, not to persuade him on what is not, and then he will be led to make wrong choices. So if your approach does not inspire trust, then you are not doing it right. If your intention has hidden agenda, you are not doing it right. If your objective is to manipulate him for profit or self-interest purposes, you are not doing it right. So you must understand the real needs of the potential person you are addressing in your persuasion and meet that need with your services or meet that need with your product. And at the end, he will be happy. You are addressing his pain points with genuine intention, and that will prompt him to reach out to use that product. And when he uses that product, he will get the promises that you have made to persuade him. That's the essence of ethical influence and persuasion in marketing. So learn about it, take advantage of it, and the goal should be to create a win-win situation between the user of your product and you as a product seller. And when you achieve this, you are being ethically persuasive. You are being ethically influential in business. And I want to say, Ucheka is my name, and thank you very much.